Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
Fields this way up at the 17.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
To the air right away is Brady.
He completes this to Russell Gage. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
This is taken at about the 14. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 20-yard line.
A first carry for the second-year man. It's Najee Harris.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9.
Pickett.
And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Pickett.
Looking for Austin. Intercepted.
Mike Edwards picks it off, and the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
So after the INT, it's Brady. He completes it to Jones.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Leonard Fournette, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bucs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
They'll start by running the option to the right. Wise play by Pickett, sliding to avoid the hit. He also has the first down. Now a first down carry for Harris. Taken down at the 47-yard line. The Steelers at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Let's go now.
Now Pickett on 4th down.
Looking for Austin, intercepted.
Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession.
Wait, that.
Play action. Now it's Brady. Man open. Here is Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Julio Jones' year in Tennessee never really got going as he continued to battle injuries that followed him over from Atlanta. He believes he still has a couple of big seasons left in his career, and one more of those could see him climb into the top 10 or even the top 5 all-time in receiving yards.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady.
They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Up the gut, Fournette. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Brady. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Buccaneers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And it's now 14-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Play action. It's McDonald.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Throwing is McDonald.
Over the middle, complete. That's Warren. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you stay.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack.
Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. They'll run on first down. Warren. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
McDonald sets to throw.
He finds his man, complete. It's Warren. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
McDonald. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Here's McDonald to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
We don't see him miss too often. The ball could have slipped a little bit coming off his hand, and that's all it would take to send it high and out of bounds without a play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's McDonald.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Out of the gun, McDonald.
He finds his man, complete. It's Warren. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down, McDonald. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He'll check this one off to Fournette. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Brady going to go on 4th down. It's caught by Mike Evans. He's at the 40.
And he will be taken down, but it is a huge play there to flip field position. And they'll be on the other side of the field as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Brady now on 1st down.
That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field. Well, we talk a lot about referees trying to protect quarterbacks, and no question they're going to protect number 12.
And really, truly, around the league, the intent is to protect all quarterbacks. It's just common sense. Those are the guys everyone comes to see play each and every week. And that call was pretty easy.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3.
Check it.
Now Brady. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
The sack backs him up 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs.
Slot man moves right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Throw left side, hauled in by Otten.
They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Succop's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive
as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go.
Throwing to start the drive. McDonald.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And he'll decide to keep this once more.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
On 1st and 10, McDonald.
That's caught downfield by Pickens.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Throwing on 1st down, McDonald. And it'll be intercepted.
Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Bucs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. On 1st down, Brady.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, McDonald. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Brady now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
Another big gain or 2 in succession as this one goes for 32.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Fournette, a 1st down carry.
41 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 12, Brady throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Brady's throw complete here, pulled in by Brady. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
On third and long, it's Brady.
Crossing route, and he hits his man. It's Jones.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on third down. Didn't get beyond them. No pickup.
Succop's kick is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Pickett.
He's got a man. Complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Throwing on 2nd and 14.
Pickett.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No. Here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
3rd and long for Pickett. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Logan Ryan.
And the Buccaneers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action.
Second down at 5.
Hey, Alabama.
On play action, now Brady. Man open, here is Jones. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down. To throw, it's Brady. His throw incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. And Brate, the tight end's got it.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Bucs on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Running left, it's Fournette. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him to nest.
Touchdown! Mike Evans from 10 yards out.
And the Bucs are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead.
So what can Brady do here is he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. Now they send a man in motion right. Brady will look to throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Mike Edwards picks it off, and the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Cade Otton with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bucs are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that will bump the lead up to 26. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
Very short kick taken right at the 20.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things. with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Pickens is there on the crossing route. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Pickett now on first down. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
They'll throw again with Pickett.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Brady's going to look to throw. It's caught at the 1, and he will not make it to the goal line as this try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
To try again after the sack.
Pickett. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
One final shot for Pickett.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for Tampa Bay, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile,